Hello, ICT students. Welcome back with our new topic in Computer System Servicing. For week 7, we will be talking about safety procedures. And this is your ICT teacher, Geraldine S. Bisuenya. Your learning competency this week is about to follow OHS procedures in testing systems and networks. For your questions to guide you, you will be able to define what is OSH, what is the purpose of accident report form, and how do you maintain health and safety. Let us define OSH, or Occupational Safety and Health. It is a planned system of working to prevent illness and injury where you work by recognizing and identifying hazards and risks. So OSH comes with health, protection, safety, care, welfare, people, and preventive. So how do we apply OSH? First is to identify the hazard. We already discussed before, even from your grade 8 or 7, that when we say hazard, these are physical, mechanical, chemical, and so much more in CSS. So clear the area close to the hazard. Then partition the hazard off or clearly identify the area to protect other people from harm. If the hazard can be easily and safely cleared, then you can do so. However, if it is not safe, report the hazard to the appropriate person, such as your teacher, principal, or other persons there to obtain assistance. After clearing the hazard, fill out the correct documentation to assist in identifying improved practice to reduce further incidents of hazards. So how do we report it? So we have the accident report forms. They are used to give specific details with regards to accidents that happened in the laboratory during experiments. So what are the details that you need to put in the accident report form? So the name of the person injured, date and time, the type of injury, first aid given, action taken to prevent further accidents. So we have a sample accident report form. So the date, where the accident was, year and section to be specific, the name of the person injured, the type of injury, the cause of injury, and the actions taken or the first aid given or remedy. So what do we do with the hazardous substances? So if the workplace hazard appears to be dangerous to staff and clients and professional assistance is required, then we should call the supervisor or manager and advise them of the problem and the urgency of the matter. Depending on the risk, an evacuation may be called. Follow the evacuation procedure. The supervisor or manager will call in the fire brigade or specialized personnel who will deal with the spill. And as an ICT student, you must be also aware of every fire exits every time you enter a building. So all fire exits should be kept clear from any obstacles. All students have a responsibility to make sure that chairs, empty boxes, or any other type of obstacle are not placed or near fire exit doorways. All corridors also need to have equipment stored on one side only to ensure that in the event of an emergency, there is a clear exit. Fire safety procedure. So what we will do if we find fire? First, assess the danger prior to doing anything. Is it safe? Then, if it is safe, assist anyone to move away from the vicinity of the fire. If it is possible, close the door to the fire area. Call for assistance. So verbally call for fire in a loud and clear voice. Break the glass section of the fire alert call point. Call to the switch. Ensure you know the fire is and any other details that may be assistance to the fire brigade. So details could be the size of the fire, cause or type of fire, and if any people hurt or trapped, has anyone tried to put it out. If it is safe to do so, put out the fire with the correct extinguisher or fire hose. Now let's proceed with the personal safety while working with PCs or our personal computers. Wear shoes with non-conductive rubber soles to help reduce the chance of being shocked or seriously injured in an electrical accident. So as we all know, rubber soles or our shoes is non-conductive of electricity. Do not work on components that are plugged into the power source. So again, also apply common sense every time you work with PCs. Do not remove expansion cards from a computer when it is turned on. So make sure before you work with PCs, everything is turned off and unplugged. Remove jewelries when working inside any computer-related equipment because jewelries are made of metals, so they are good conductor of electricity and it will cause electrical shock or accidents. And be sure not to pour water on electric components. This time, let us check what you have learned. So again, Occupational Safety and Health, or OSH, is a planned system of working to prevent illness and injury where you work by recognizing and identifying hazards and risks. Accident report forms are used to give specific details with regards to accidents that happened in the laboratory during experiments. To maintain health and safety, we must follow safety precautions on hazardous substances, fire safety procedures, and safety procedures when working with computers. Now time for your activities. So for week 7, answer activities 1 and 2 on page 3, then reflection on page 4. Also answer your third summative test and your performance task. That would be all for this week, class. See you next week. Goodbye.